In poetry, you know, they shrink the English language down to the most succinct words or phrasing in the most exquisite collection of concentration of the English language. That's what poetry is, or a part of it. And for me, Riquelme defined that. To call him the poet of the game, Ronaldinho was very, very similar, but more of an entertainer. For me, Riquelme's astonishing vision, his touch, his strength, his poise, it was truly athletic grace under pressure. You know, they would kick him, they would try to hurt him, they would try to out-muscle him, and he would roll them, you know, like a wonderful bullfighter. The expressions would go on and on. For me, he personified what a pure footballer is in terms of the dimension of his game, and still never got the credit he deserved. You know, he carried that 2006 Argentina all the way to their final point and was unable to last when Peckerman took him off and defied his own belief in the game. I love Peckerman, but when he took Romy off that time, he betrayed his own belief in the game and became trying to defend the game, and it cost him in the end. But as an individual, Riquelme for me, he took the breath away from your lungs in such a manner that I've never seen in a footballer ever. And you know, I grew up with Pelé, you know, Eusebio, Ronaldinho, these gods of the game, Diego, that were just breathtaking beyond belief, Messi, Cristiano, that did it in a different way. But in my opinion, just in my own world, people hate Riquelme. People hate him. People.
There's this duality that I don't entirely understand.
Exactly. And yet, when you see his performances for his team, for his club and country, and how he gave everything, he's moody. He was dismissive of players and press, but you see any type of ball rolled into him, and what he did with it was cast a magical spell over it like very, very, very few players can. And it was truly witchcraft football in the way he shot the ball, the way he caressed the ball, the way he passed the ball, his wonderful abracadabra type of, again, spellbinding movement on the ball. His feet took on the shape of hands for me. You know, he really, when you watch the close-ups of him in motion, under pressure, and how he emasculates defenders, how he comes in and mocks them and teases them with the ball in his feet. It was something that the first time I ever saw him was at the Bombonera, and this was the season before he went to Barcelona. And it was like seeing my first love. It was like seeing my first love. There was something that happened there. You know, when you see the first person that you love when you're a kid, when you're still in your teens, and something grabs you, something gets you, and you think, what the hell is that?
Because you've never had that. You don't know what the words are for that.
That's right. That's right. And it was so inside of me that it was love at first sight, and he could do no wrong after that. And that's why I decry anybody that speaks ill of him, because for me, he's still the most complete footballer of my interpretation of the purest game that I've ever seen. And I just love him.
And what more can we say? The great delineator, the verbal gymnast. Great, thanks so much for
that. No, you're very welcome. Enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.
Now, one thing I totally want to let you go, because as you said, your schedule got a little
no, that's all right.
We're going to do from the game ahead of your reschedule. the website that I write for, it's here in the city, so it's called Hudson River Blue.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename our Twitter profile, at least for this weekend, Ray Hudson River, if you will allow me.
Sure, that's fine with me.
I mean, it's your river. You at least
Yeah,
know, right?
right. Heritage.
That's amazing.